Today we are going over the Amcrest 2K video doorbell. It works over Wi-Fi. The model number is AD410. It comes with the doorbell itself, of course. It is super small. Here we are comparing it to my Samsung S9. Obviously, it's a little bit thicker. It also comes with these mounting brackets, so yet you can angle the camera. Interestingly, they give you a drill bit so that you can drill into the brick or wood, I suppose. I think this is brick, I'm not sure. Some anchors, some wires to work with your old doorbell. Here is the chime kit to work with the old bell as well. The problem with this thing is that it expects you to have an old doorbell. What if you don't have a doorbell, for instance? Like in my case, my doorbell is so old that it's just not going to work. Or what if you have one of those battery operated doorbells? Impossible. This will not work. So the only way we're going to work around that is via Home Assistant. Or whenever somebody rings the doorbell, I get an alert on my tablet. So this tablet, as I shown in the previous video, is always mounted in the living room or in the bedrooms and wherever rooms that's needed to be alerted of whoever is at the front door. And I can always yank it out of the wall whenever I need to for entertainment purposes, for instance. Assuming that you don't have an old doorbell with wiring, you'll need a 24 volt AC transformer. 16 to 24 volts. Here is the 20 volt. All you have to do is take the two wires and then plug it in to the video doorbell. There we go. From these two wires, plug it directly in for direct power. Here you can see that I already wired up the two wires. Inside the slot is a micro SD card for storage of your video. The nice thing about this is that it works without the cloud. So everything, all the files are stored in this micro SD card slot. Now that we have it wired up, let's go ahead and plug it in to power up the camera. Let's go ahead and install the app to verify that the camera is working. You want to verify that the doorbell camera is working before you actually install it on location on the door. Go ahead and install the Amcrest Smart Home app. If you already have an account with Amcrest, go ahead and sign in. I do not, so I'm going to hit register. Registering is pretty easy. All you have to do is enter your email and it will send you a verification code to set up all of your accounts and password. Click on Add Device. It will want to scan the QR code in the back of the camera. Go ahead and let it scan the QR code. Upon reading the QR code, it knows that this is a doorbell. It will show you how to install the doorbell, but I'm going to hit Next. If you haven't plugged the power in already, go ahead and plug it in. Next, connect to the Wi-Fi network that's being created by the doorbell. For me, it's ASH blah blah blah. Set the doorbell password. It can be anything that you want. Make sure that it's the same on the top and on the bottom. Next, you'll want to tell it to connect to your home network, your home Wi-Fi network. So go ahead and choose that. Be sure to give it the credentials of your Wi-Fi network. Once you give it your Wi-Fi network, the light on the doorbell should be solid blue. Mine is not really solid blue, it's more like teal. Now it's adding the camera to your Amcrest cloud account. We're going to skip this part because my house has no doorbell. And there you go. All is done. Go ahead and click on Start Live View if you want to see what the doorbell is actually seeing now. Don't forget to remove the protective film on the camera or else it's going to be blurry. If you already have the microSD card inserted, go ahead and format it now. Once your card has been formatted, you'll be presented with this default view. Multi-view is for if you have multiple cameras in your house. You can talk, you can listen, you can do full screen. Don't forget to change the quality. If your internet connection is really good, change it to HD. If your internet connection is poor, be sure to change it back to standard quality, SD. The difference is that if you're using HD and your internet is poor, then the motion will be jerky. Snapshot is for taking the snapshot of what you're seeing and save it to your mobile device. Record is recording it directly to your mobile device and not your microSD card. You can always view the microSD card to see the past history. If you set up an account with cloud recordings, then I believe that's a monthly fee, and we're not going to cover it in this video. Down the bottom is live view, which is what you're seeing right now. Up at the top, you should see a gear icon. That's the settings icon. Go ahead and click on it. Go down to motion detection. I highly recommend disabling the motion detection. The reason being, if a leaf blows through your camera, then that's detected as motion and that's worthless. You don't care about leaves blowing through the camera. What you do care, or at least what I do care, is human detection. And go ahead and make sure that that's on. So every time somebody walks by, somebody walks towards the front door, I get an alert. The alert goes straight to your mobile phones and it will appear. If you click on it, then it will show you a live view of the front door. After we've verified that the software is working properly with the hardware, go ahead and install the doorbell onto the door. For here you can see that I'm using the angle down. My house is really weird. I have to walk up a flight of stairs to get to the front door. So this is why I'm using the angle mount adapter. This side goes towards the door. Make sure that the up label is upwards of the door, and go ahead and drill into the door to hold it properly. So let's pretend that you have everything fastened down. Next, pretend this is the doorbell. Start from the top, push it in, slide down, and it should snap into position. If for whatever reason you need to remove it, use the pin that they gave you to insert it at the bottom to release the snapping mechanism and slide the camera upward. We want to integrate this with Home Assistant so that way it's even more useful. Open your Home Assistant up, go to the left hand side, choose HACS. Up at the top, search for Dahua. Here we can see this is the one. Click on download. Click on the latest version, which is the highest version. Click on download. If you did it properly, then you'll be able to see that this new folder has been added. When Dahua is installed from the HACS, go ahead and restart your host. On the left hand side, go to Supervisor, go to System tab, go down to Reboot Host. It does take a while, so go ahead and get a cup of coffee or ice cream. Once your HA is back up and running again, click on Configuration, Integrations, Add Integrations. Start typing in Dahua. Username admin. Hopefully you didn't forget your password when we were setting it up. The address. I use my advanced IP scanner software to scan the whole network, and this is the IP address of my doorbell camera. Leave everything default. Hit submit. Front door camera. You can name it whatever you want. I name it front door camera. Click submit again. And there you go. In order to see all of the entities and states, I click on developer tools. Start typing in front_door_camera. And here are all of the states. Alarm loco is the doorbell. So if somebody actually physically hit the button, then this will go from off to on. Let's click on the button. If it detects the person, then this will change from off to on. Honestly, I still don't know if it detects the person via face or the whole body, but it works. There you go. You can see that it changed from off to on because I was looking directly at the camera. I really like this camera, and I hope you do too. It's a pretty good value for $150 as of December the 1st. You can do so much with it because it opens everything for the users and nothing is hidden. Obviously, the favorite is no monthly fees. Everything is recorded to your microSD card. The high resolution of 2K for super clear quality. I just noticed that there's a LED lights at the bottom of the camera. I don't know how useful that is. I mean, it's just lighting up the ground. Maybe it would be more useful if the LED is shining directly into the front of it. But that's not really needed because it does have infrared so that it can see easily at night. There's of course the two-way audio, so that way two people can talk at the same time. You talk into the phone and the person on the other end can talk to you. That's something I never use because I have no interest talking to strangers, but I guess that's definitely an option. Let me know if you have any comments or questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I really appreciate those who bought me a cup of coffee before. Thank you, everyone.